You know you need to make a decision, but you just can't decide. I get it. I really get it. Because you've thought about this thing from every single angle that you can think. You've listed all of the pros and cons, and you've asked for advice for so many different people, but you still can't make that decision. It's not helping. Does that sound familiar? If you're in that situation right now, you're feeling stuck, you're overthinking your every single move, and you're waiting for that moment where everything suddenly becomes clear, then you need to watch this video. Most of us think that we're stuck because we don't have enough clarity or knowledge or money or whatever it is that you're looking for. But the real truth is that you're not making a decision not because you don't have those things. In fact, you actually have all of those things. It's actually about fear. There are three hidden fears that keep us stuck in decision paralysis. So let's actually talk about these one by one so you can identify which one it is that you resonate with the most and which one's keeping you stuck, or maybe it's all three. Number one is fear of making the wrong decision. So we convince ourselves that if we just wait that little longer, think a little harder, or, gather more opinions and go and do a bit more research, we're going to finally find that right choice. But the right choice is never going to be made by something that's external. The right choice is always made from within. And we already know what the right choice is that, are we too afraid to make that choice? And it's that fear of, what if I make it wrong? What if it crumbles after I've made this decision? What if? Those are the what ifs that are keeping us stuck in this limbo situation. The second fear is, well, what comes next? So it might be easy for you to make that decision and go, actually, I already know what that decision is going to be, but what comes after having made that decision might be what's keeping you stuck. What if it doesn't work out? What if you regret it? What if you absolutely hate your decision? What if you fail? What if someone so is actually disappointed in you? When we actually have this fear of what comes next, we delay ourselves so that we can stay safe, so that we are protecting ourselves from having to go out into that unknown and having to face the consequences of whatever could happen next, because we can't predict it. The third fear is about looking for that certainty that actually doesn't exist. So we're looking for a sign from the universe, or it's a guarantee, or it's that moment where someone, or maybe 10 people have said, yes, this is the right thing to do, before you go and do it, before you feel assured, before you feel like, yes, this is the right thing for me. Here's the thing, right? The certainty cannot happen before that decision is made, because no one can ever predict what's going to happen. No one can guarantee 100% by doing this thing, this is absolutely the only result that you're going to get. You can't guarantee that. And it's like you're asking for someone to really like the thing that you're doing, or you really love what it is that you want to put out, without you haven't even created it. How would they know? Maybe you don't even know. So the certainty can only happen after you make the decision. I know all of this sounds really scary. It does. It is scary. And especially when we know that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. Your body makes you feel scared. Your brain makes you feel scared. Especially when you are actually doing something that you have never done, especially when none of your friends and family have ever done that before. That feels like, whoa, it's way out there. What happens next then? Now that you've identified all of these fears, what do you do then? Well, the next thing is, instead of asking for clarity, instead of asking for what is the right decision, I would invite you to actually pause for a second. Come back into yourself. Get in touch and connect with your own body, your heart, and your soul. And then reframe your question. So instead of asking, what is the right decision? Ask yourself this: what is the decision that aligns most with who I want to be? What is the decision that lights me up the most and makes me feel the most excited? What is the decision that's really going to help me jump out of bed every single day? These are the questions that actually help you realign with your true self, to go out there and fulfill that purpose, those dreams and those visions that you have of yourself for yourself. Because the truth is, the clarity doesn't come through from your thinking. Your thinking is limited by what has already happened and what you project from your past experiences. Clarity comes from doing. Clarity comes through from action. So you're not going to know which path is right until you start walking it. Let me share with you something that completely shifted how I make decisions. Because when I was stuck in a huge decision of my life, I read a book that actually taught me this. And the question is, if I truly love myself and I truly honor myself and my life and my purpose, what would I choose? When you stop trying to make decisions out of fear and you make them from a place of trust, from love, and from full of self-worth, everything of yours is going to shift. Believe it or not, you already know the answer. It's already within you, in your heart. The question is, are you going to quieten down all of this noise, all of this thinking that you have created, all of these different scenarios that you have thought up, in order for you to hear what's really deep down inside? If you are currently in a space of overwhelm and you need help with finding some space within your head, then just click on the link below that I've dropped. It's my 5-minute reset guide. It's a completely free resource with a series of questions that's going to help guide you through from overwhelm into clarity onto the immediate next step. If you're looking for some more personalized guidance right now because you're feeling really, really stuck, really overwhelmed, and very stressed, my coaching helps high achieving women to break free from overthinking and start trusting themselves again. Click on the link in the description below to book a clarity call with me, and let's go through this together, because you never need to do this alone.